Hello to all of you beautiful nerds, and welcome back from traveling the vast nerd universe. I am back with my BoxyCharm for July 2024, and this time I will be talking about choices because I did get to choose 3 out of my 5 products this time around because, of course, last month I did just subscribe after the first week, well, a few weeks after choice ever happened. This box is $30 a month, and like I said, you get to have five products ranging from higher end through luxury products, whether it's skincare, tools, and even makeup products. Like I said, you get to choose 3 out of 5, which makes it even more fun. And of course, you do get this every month. So the reason why I decided to do this video is because I talked about the whole entire idea of choices and how you get like with the older version of BoxyCharm, when they were just a single subscription, not out by Ipsy at all, you get to only choose one product. Trust me, that was hard enough to choose between like 3 to 4 products, and trust me, I had a hard time sometimes with what I want to get when it comes to my box. And at least this time they kind of made it more fair in what to choose from with 3 different groups, like with Planet Bag Plus. I think, to me, with what they did for the box, they did it a little bit better. For BoxyCharm, since you could choose 3 out of the 3 between 3 different groups of products, and depending on what they put in that group, it makes it easier to know what you're choosing by looking at the description of the product, what it is, how it goes, how to use it, and all that jazz. And this month, I did choose products based on stuff that I would use a little bit more versus just plain enjoyment. So I'm gonna use some of the products. I'm sitting on my vanity bench and on one of my brush sets. That's not good. I don't want to end up breaking these brushes because I can't get them anymore because they're from Coastal Scents, and Coastal Scents went out of business due to the pandemic. But there were other factors in between, which kind of sucked. I did do a video about Beauty Forgotten a while back, and I didn't... What the heck am I doing? Put on my brow pomade for NYX. And Coastal Scents was one of those brands, because of course, back then you had like everybody talking about Morphe. And there were some small brands that have been forgotten that have been talked about over the years by the big people and big OGs. And then they completely forgot about them. And then I found out they did close down, which kind of sucked. And I found one of the bins that I moved in with after the flood, and found some of the stuff that did get saved from any of the makeup that got hit. or stayed dry basically. And I was glad that I was able to find my ultraviolet palette from Urban Decay, which I will be using during the makeup story time, because I did get a few updates from people who did support the Kickstarter campaign that I will be talking about, because I think we definitely all got scammed by it, and I feel like doing a story time. But anyways, so yep, I'll be doing that tomorrow. Sorry if I didn't do it last weekend, because we did have some printer problems. Yeah, we had a situation where our printer kept on printing out product reports, like, you know, how the product, like status reports, and I didn't select any of those reports to be printed out, and had to even call up HP about it. I am so glad I never got an HP Chromebook, because I remembered when I was in UMass Boston how one of my professors had an HP Chromebook, and I tried asking her, is it good? How does it compare to other brands and all that? She just told me to look at specs. I'm like, I'm just asking yes/no questions. But after that, I did end up getting myself an Acer Chromebook. And of course, one of the Pixel Chromebook Go's. But for the 2022 models, I have a Lenovo one and an Acer Chromebook. But yeah, it stopped doing that for a bit, then it printed out another status report, but I turned off the printer because it's wasting my paper membership, because it counted all those different status reports as like half of what I would print out for the month. And like paying $8 a month for their ink service / paper service. So the printer is off for now. I was able to turn it off because that was another issue. It would not turn off at all. So that was annoying. So now, with the box, I did get some brushes, because one of the choices was in the second group. I chose the LaRousse eye brush set, and I also got an add-on of the Ace Beauté face brush set. So I'm going to be using the eye brushes with the Il Maquillage Shadow Boss Quad, and the other one that I had for a long time to do this look. Because I got another Il Maquillage product. So going into the lid color, I love these LaRousse brushes. I have a few of them from, I do have some in my brush brush storage container that I got from Amazon. So now doing a video, hon. I said I'm doing a video.
Sorry, couldn't hear you through the door.
Sorry.
Come out here when you're done,
Okay. I need to add a little bit more of this lid color. These brushes are still good after a few years of not being with Ipsy. Alright. Okay, next up for definer. Defining my eye a bit. That would have been bad because if I accidentally used one face brushes to do that. So I'm going into the deep purple shade in this one. I thought I had one that had a green shade, but I guess I tossed that one out. But at least I still have the one with the purple. And the fresh one that BoxyCharm sent me. But like I said, this is a pretty good eye brush. Is because I did mostly get the face brushes, and those were also pretty good too. Still pretty good for what you get. And like I said, this was part of the second group of items. Could tell you what I got in the first group. In the first group, it was a hard choice between, what was it, some sunscreen, because of course we gotta keep ourselves protected during the summer, especially when it's so bright in the morning at like 7 a.m. waiting for my ride to get here. And of course, Florida doesn't know how to make up its mind when it comes to weather. I mean, for instance, on the way to Gainesville so I could take my certification for the first time, passing through Ocala was rain, and once we got to Gainesville, it stopped. Like, you know, it stayed in Ocala. And there were a few drops when we were in Gainesville, but like when we were getting dinner across the street from where we were staying. Because we only stayed for one night. But just a few drops. So that's why I keep on wearing sunscreen no matter what happens weather-wise. So I almost picked the sunscreen, but I'm like, I have a lot still. I mean, the tube from Native is gonna last me forever because it's the big tube of the body sunscreen. Because not only I could use it for my face, I could also use it on my body. And still have the tubes that I bought when we went to Virginia. And those are going to last me for a bit because, of course, when you put on sunscreen, you don't put on that much to begin with. And now, into the crease. You're kind of like using pea-size amounts. So, next is the crease. But I picked the Ole Henriksen Banana Eye Cream instead because, of course, I'm starting to wear eye creams a little bit more, especially since I do have to wake up at 5 in the morning to get ready for work. And I am getting a few fine lines around the eyes, and it would be best to have an eye cream as a backup. And I heard good things about this particular eye cream since now Ole Hendrickson is now being carried at Ulta, and well, it is a bit of a pricey item, so it's good to get some of these pricier items in your box because it pretty much pays for the box slash bag. I don't think they do Glam Bag Plus over there anymore. I know for BoxyCharm it's the regular box and the icon box to replace Glam Bag X. To tell you the truth, I am glad they kind of did that because I'm not sure if I told you guys last month how they kind of screwed me over with the Glam Bag X, where they, on the final one that made me unsubscribe, they only gave me half of the bag. Oops, I didn't mean to take from that one. I meant to take from this shade. Oh well. Going into the brow. Oh yeah, definitely these brushes are kind of like with what I got before. 5 out of 5 for these brushes. So, like I said, I did get the Banana Eye Cream, and I can't wait to try that out. I'm currently using the Tony Moly Choc Choc Green Tea Eye Cream, which has been working out pretty well. I'm gonna blend the colors together. I wish there was a 5th brush in that set, but you know, oh well. But you could use them however you want in any order. So I used a quad to see how well they did. And I have other brushes anyways to blend my shadows together. So that was not the only skincare product that I got either, because one of the products that BoxyCharm chose for me was the Gold Fatten MD Wake Up Call Nightly Moisturizer. I don't know why they call it the Wake Up Call. It's like good night. That's how I would think of it as. And at least now I have another moisturizer to look forward to. since I am using the supercharged moisturizer from Red. Actually, I should use that for daytime and use the gold fatten since it is nighttime only. Actually, because I do use moisturizer day and night because this skin is dry, especially when I wake up. And now I'm gonna clean up around my eye for any fallout. This is why one good reason to do eyeshadows first is because sometimes you get fallout around the under eyes and so on. Yeah, I should have realized that. I should just start using that one. I'll start using that tonight when I do my nighttime routine. Okay, curling the lashes. Ow, son of... So now I'm going to use my lash primer. From CoverGirl. To fight off any irritation from any mascara. Because I did inherit something from my mom that sometimes certain mascaras do irritate my eyes if I don't put on lash primer, and I'm glad they created these. But the only mascara that I notice that my eyes don't get really irritated without the primer is the MAC Stacks mascara from MAC, which is interesting when you look at it. Okay, so the mascara that they sent me from Il Maquillage is their Black Card mascara. First time trying a mascara from this brand, but hey, let's see. I need to smell it first. Yeah, an interesting note is that this is a vegan formula, and recently, what was it? Jen Love talked about the new Goop mascara and how it doesn't have any preservatives, and it's good to smell it because who knows what's going to happen over time. And there was one sunscreen product that got recalled for buildup of mold because there's no preservatives. That's why they put parabens and stuff like that to keep it from going bad. So I'm smelling it to make sure that it won't go bad over. If it does go bad over time, I'll just toss it, because I do not want to get another conjunctivitis or blepharitis attack, because that was terrible. So, welcome to the mascara club. Because, well, I just feel pretty lifted. It's supposed to curl, lengthen, and all that jazz. Basically, for like most mascaras that I picked up in the past. So now, I did get that one face primer from Allure Beauty Box, but somehow I can't find it. So I'm just going to use my e.l.f. moisturizing face primer. It feels so good on the skin. Can't forget the forehead. Ugh. What's with my hair being all over the place? Alright. So, on to concealer. I'm gonna be using my NYX Cosmetics one. Cleaning off my hands with my makeup wipe. Okay, now on to concealer. If I can find it. As eyeshadow. I know I have it here somewhere. Oh, found it. I think I need to change one out soon because I know I have an extra one of these. Alright, sponge. In the third group, I almost chose a sponge duo, but I'm like, I already got the brushes. Probably might do that next time if they offer a sponge duo. And for foundation today, I'm thinking of using one of my wild ones. Yay! Shake it up. Robert Welsh did an interesting video about how Gen Z is like, you're not wearing enough makeup, you need to put more. Because not enough products are doing their jobs. Or not looking great on other people, but okay, we try to put enough as we can, because sometimes a lot of us are oily people and we do break out, and sometimes we have to be careful with the amount that you use, because sometimes it could clog the pores. I mean, I remembered when I got my makeup done at Lancome counter in Macy's because I had my hair straightened out once and my mom wanted to do pictures of me with that particular hairdo. The makeup made my face itch by the end of the night because we were also at my aunt's house. And I completely told her I can't do Lancome face makeup because it makes my face itch, and apparently Lancome makeup is meant for people with more mature skin. I need something that fits my skin type. Because not everybody has the same skin type. And I use more moisturizing products for my skin because, one, it's sensitive, and two, it's dry. Alright. Next up is blush. And like I mentioned with the third group, I almost picked the blush duo, not the blush duo, the sponge duo, but I did pick up this blush, this cream blush from a brand called Centel London, and it's a soft pink. And I'm like, ooh, I'm getting more into cream blushes because, of course, of the Florida heat around here, and creams are perfect for the summer, our Florida summer. So I was glad to choose this product. So I'm trying out one of the Ace Beauté brushes I got as an add-on, because when you do choice, you also get a chance to add on certain products, and this brush trio was in the $6 group because there's different tiers of pricing. Like the most that you could get is, I think, $12 to $20. I forget, it's been so long since I've done Ipsy, but at least I'm with BoxyCharm. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. This brush is doing pretty well for the first use, and I did remember getting an Ace Beauté eyeshadow palette in one of my past BoxyCharms. I think the reason why I got so bored is because of all the eyeshadow palettes, and they were not, stuff that, even though they were neutral, but it was getting boring over time. And one thing I didn't like was that some of the brands did not put any color descriptions. And I remember with Pure Cosmetics, I know Damien told me to try to do a video on how brands reacted to me asking for help. I'll say, when I contacted Pure Cosmetics about their Festival 2 palette, because I didn't see any color descriptions anywhere. They only did that for the Festival 1 palette. And I'm going to blend it with my sponge as part of the blend, the blending ease. Try not to knock off one of my earrings, because I did that when I was cleaning my makeup off. I accidentally hit my ear and knocked off the front earring on my left ear. Like, where did it go? So I had to switch those out. Thought I couldn't find it, but I found it like a few minutes later. But hey, I have another set of these earrings since I did go through a situation with Hot Topic with my packages. They went to the wrong address at one point. But I got almost everything replaced. So, yeah. Okay. Next up, I'm going to do bronzer. I wasn't going to, but since it's a trio of brushes, why not? I'm gonna use my only bronzer that I have from MAC Cosmetics, but like I said, with the with the color descriptions. They were like, take a picture. It's on the back. I'm like, excuse me, I'm visually impaired. This was before Be My AI even existed on the Be My Eyes app. And now since Siri is gonna get the chat TPT upgrade when iOS 18 comes out this year, that's gonna be interesting. But as I was saying, back to the palette, this was before Be My AI even existed. And you can't take a picture with no description. And I'm like, I can't, I'm visually impaired. I can't read what's on the back. And they finally gave me the descriptions of the palette of the festival too. And I kind of felt, and not only that, I had a similar situation where I tried contacting NYX Cosmetics. I never bought another eyeshadow palette from them ever since because they never put any color descriptions. And that makes me sad because I want to support the brand as much as I can. But if they're not willing to help in a way, it's like, why bother? And I haven't heard from them and forgot what their answer was that finally got them to finally help. I think it was that they couldn't do it, especially on the website or something. It's been a long time, and I got mad and told them, look, you need to help me out because I don't know how to use this product. It was on their bigger eyeshadow palettes, and which featured like 28 shades, and I never bought those again afterwards. I only buy what I like and what I've been using from them, which is of course the brow pomade, the Control Freak, the Marshmallow face primer, some of their lip products even, and now I do like their butter bronzer and blush lines because of course I did enjoy the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, but somehow their products kind of make my face itch. I can't do their foundation, unfortunately. All right, the highlighter that I used was the Oh Darling from MAC. So I'm gonna blend this all together. Those brushes were pretty good. Too bad there's no powder brush, but hey, what can you do? And the blush did go on pretty well for what it is. Now onto powder. My favorite powder, of course, one of my favorites, which is another NYX product that I'll keep on buying, is of course their pressed translucent powder. And of course, I did used to buy their prismatic single shadows. But the problem was that they always broke so easily, no matter what you did. So I stopped buying those. So like I said, I just buy lip products and their brow items I enjoy. And go from there. And now on to powdering my face. Oh yeah, make a bit of a dip in my powder. And my setting spray is gonna be from MAC. And now I'm gonna fan that. Find my fan. And now, finally, the lipstick, the lips. I'm gonna be using one of my MAC lipsticks. Since BoxyCharm did do MAC once in the past. Put on my lip balm first because my lips do get dry before I put anything on. And that completes the look. All I have to say, I did enjoy the brushes. Like the Ace Beauté face brushes are pretty good for what you get as usually contour. Yeah, I used it for contour, blush, and highlight, and those work pretty well for those purposes. The LaRousse brushes, sorry, are still good to this day because I do have some. You probably may have seen me use them in videos because I did have some after we moved out back to this part of town because I still had some of those LaRousse brushes for the face. I did like the blush, how it applied, and it applied pretty smoothly for a cream product. I've been getting more into cream and liquid blushes because since, of course, here in Florida, it gets really hot and sometimes powder just wants to, like, come off a little bit too easily in the heat. Even if you're wearing setting powder, setting powder. I mean, it's been really hot here since I'm living on the coast. And I remember last Saturday when my dad visited, I needed to drink a large peach lemonade from Charlie's because we were at Walmart and they had a Charlie's. So I got a large lemonade and that did help. That did. And also had some lemonade with my meal. Let's see. The mascara went on pretty well. I mean, my lashes, let me feel. Oh yeah. They are pretty. The curl is staying in place. That is definitely a good mascara for what it is. I need to see how well the moisturizer goes since I'll be starting to wear that during the night. And I'm glad that whatever I chose is going well. So that is it for this one. So if you guys still want to watch more of the BoxyCharm videos, because I'm thinking of keeping this subscription, I am Unfortunately, gonna be canceling Japan Crate because I may talk about it a little bit further in that video, but long story short, I did find out our internet is gonna be pretty pricey by November. I wish they didn't cancel the affordable connectivity program because that was great. But I am gonna get Netflix again because I do want to see the final season of Stranger Things, and we also want to watch other things that are on there, especially anime. Like anime. Even one of my buddies asked if I watched the new Avatar of the Last Airbender live action series, and I'm like, nope, not yet. So that's another thing I gotta catch. But hey, if you guys want to see more BoxyCharm videos like this, just comment. If I don't get any comments, I'll just stick it to Instagram with each box that I do get after this. Stay tuned for the makeup story time tomorrow, because I think it's time to tell that story on how me and other people on Kickstarter got scammed out of an Eda bag that was supposed to be sent out not too long ago. So until next time, stay beautiful.